Welcome to today's pick-a-pile reading. Today is a mystery reading, so we're leaving the topic and the messages up to spirit. So I did record the card selection process, so if you like to watch the shuffling and cards being selected, that'll be playing next. If not, you can jump straight to your reading. This will be group number one's pile, group number two, and group number three. So I did lay out a crystal for each group, and then you can also decide by the top card if you feel called. So let's see. So for group number one, here is your top card here, and you have the moss agate stone here. You might pick a number for each group too in a moment. But for group number two, here's your first card, and you have tiger's eye. For group number three, here's your top card. We have lemon topaz. And we'll also draw these pieces of paper here. We'll draw a number for each group. So maybe this will be, maybe it's your birth month or birthday, life path number, or just a number you like. If you're needing a little extra help using your intuition to decide which reading's best for you. If you feel called to more than one group, that is perfectly fine. Some people like to watch all three readings and then decide which reading's theirs. Go with whatever feels right. Okay, let's see what the numbers are. For group number one, we have a 6. For group number two, we have 3. And group number 3, we have 9. 3, 6, 9. All right, so you can also take a look at the timestamps. Maybe a number will jump out at you there. The timestamps will be below in a pinned comment and in the description. Also there you'll find a link to my website, kittyrising.com, if you are interested in checking out my private offerings and booking a private reading, as well as a link to memberships if you want to further support the channel and get more content from me. But all right, I will see you in the card selection portion and or your readings. Welcome to the card selection portion of your mystery reading today. And thank you all for sharing your time, your energy with me today. Thank you to our guides. Thank you, Spirit. Bringing out the cards each group needs to hear. Only 3 groups today. Group number 2. Group So if I want 2 of these. I'm curious, for those who are watching right now, my heat just kicked on, and I'm curious, if you don't mind commenting, can you actually hear it? Can you hear that the heat's on? The air is coming through. Thank you. I love the backs of these. To start with, this is one of the piles. Oops. I feel like this was meant for group number 2. It's gonna require for group number 3. This is the last deck. Okay. Okay. Each group will get an extra card. Now let's determine. I think we'll do the B first for this group number 1's pile. I feel like I gravitate towards these ones for the start. I don't know, but at least for today, this is definitely it. Well, let's see. Let's find a crystal. Okay. moss agate, tiger dye, and lemon topaz. All right, those are the 3 groups. I feel like we need to just like, no, it's all right. I can do this without being recorded. But these are our 3 groups. And group number 1, 2, 3, and I will see you in the future. Welcome, group number 1, to your reading. You're drawn to this pile of cards, this crystal and number here. I'll set these to the side. Before we get started, I just want to take a moment and say thank you. Thank you all so much for being here. You're all so welcome and so loved in this space. Thank you to your spirit guides, to my spirit guides for assisting with the reading. Thank you for sharing your precious time and energy with me today. And thank you, Spirit, for your clear and accurate messages. What does group number 1 need to hear most today? We have Oshun of the soil, grounding, stability, nurturing. Okay, I'm gonna get a few cards out before we get started. I do feel like there's some message here too. You're attracted to the moss agate. This is connected to the earth. But also to the bee and to the 6. I feel like there's something here with building relationships, nurturing relationships, but let's see. Oh, you got 2 from this deck. 8, the chiefess, strength tested. Okay, this is like the strength card. And card number 44, the unknown, enigma. Something here about overcoming your fears and stepping into the unknown is where you will reach your personal power and abundance and manifest all that you've been working towards. It's like you set the groundwork here, you set your intentions, but now Spirit's saying it's time to take that next step, overcome your fears, step into the unknown. You definitely have a lot of angelic support around you right now. You might be seeing 44 or 444 often. Let's get some more. You have the 8 of Spires, which is upright. This is the 8 of Swords. So in reverse, it's like you're getting unstuck. The thing that's been trapping you, that's been keeping you from fully reaching your potential, from fully stepping into your power, from manifesting your desires, has been fear, limiting beliefs. You know, that the swords, this is our mind, mental. So Spirit's pointing this out. This is like the last step before you really reach that. And look, all this 8 energy, 8. You're stepping into your power and manifesting something big here, a lot of abundance. And the last step, again, is facing your fears, embracing change, stepping into the unknown, not letting limiting beliefs or thoughts, fears stop us from moving forward. And when we do feel fear, practice grounding, meditation, walking in nature, breath work, connecting with the earth. Oh my gosh, another 8. You got 8 is your number. Wow. The forest, seeing the bigger picture, and there's so much energy of the earth coming through. Seeing the bigger picture. You know, when we're trapped in our head and fears, worrying about the past, we could be missing things. So by grounding ourselves, especially these cards being right on top of each other, we'll see the bigger picture. When we're in the present moment, we'll be able to know what steps to take. Getting out in nature, I know it's cold in a lot of places, but getting out for a walk, clearing your head, like connecting to the earth, maybe even if you have plants inside your home, there's strong energy here supporting, working with Mother Gaia, with the earth, with nature. animals will really help you get in that grounded state, and just also recognize that there's so much abundance in the world. And you're worthy of that abundance, and there's enough to go around. Some limiting belief might be that it's hard to be abundant, or I'll never have this, or whatever it is. But connecting to Mother Gaia, the earth, is going to be so healing, and also open you up to receive. Dark spirit moon, void. Kind of be where we are now, kind of in the dark in our heads, with worrying, feeling lack. But also, what I'm seeing with void, it could mean something different too. Stepping into the unknown. The unknown is dark in a way because we don't know what it is. But you're ready for change, you're ready to level up, you're ready for more. And if we're staying in our comfort zone, staying where we are, not taking any different actions, then we'll never know what's out there, and we'll never receive what we truly are being blessed with in the universe. We could miss out on it. Yeah, the warrior of Pentacles. This is like the Knight of Pentacles, Taurus energy coming through. Yes, kind of have a bowl here. And this is the slowest of the knights. And in reverse, this is like inaction. Where are you feeling just stuck and not taking action? Maybe not even addressing it. Maybe there's certain things we need to look at. Maybe finances, or like work, or just being really honest with ourselves. Maybe we get really overwhelmed when we have big goals or things we want to achieve, or things we need to address, problems we need to face. And that leads us to inaction, or pushing it away, or hiding away, escapism. Spirit's calling us to take it one step at a time, grounding ourselves, being in the present moment. When you're present, all is well, and we can see things for what they are, and we can take the steps needed. I think we've been overly worried about the future, or over analyzing the past, whatever it is. Pathway. Yeah, Spirit's opening up a new path, another 8 energy coming through. A new path is opening up to us, but if we don't open our eyes and see, or we don't step into the unknown, look at all these trees here. The path's leading us to something we can't really see it, but we're being called to take it one step at a time. Follow the light, follow our inspiration, follow divine guidance. And again, this is also more more messaging about going out on walks, moving your body, being in nature. Could be when you get a lot of this inspiration on what steps to take next. Explore fullness. Yeah, instead of being like, oh, there's not enough or lack, like explore and being in nature, being like connecting with the earth. You're going to see there's so much fullness, and fullness meaning abundance. There's so many opportunities, there's so many blessings, there's so much prosperity and abundance to go around, and we can explore that and explore having an abundant mindset versus a lack mindset. And you guys look at another 8 energy. So 35 could be a number too, but it breaks down in numerology to 8. 8, that breaks down to 8. 8, 8, 8. There's 8s everywhere. It's time for you to fully step into your power and to receive the abundance and the manifestations the universe is trying to provide you. Be grateful. This will be a great way. Gratitude is a powerful way to get out of your head and get into your present moment, and also to see abundance and beauty all around you, and to get into that light vibration, that positive vibration here. So whenever you find yourself in a scarcity mindset, a lack mindset, going back to old patterns and limiting beliefs, state things you're grateful for. Look around. You can do it right now. Look around you, within you. What are you grateful for? Maybe it's that cute cat next to you, or the things you have, that you have shelter, a phone, clean water. There's always something. that will get you into the state to receive, that will ground you in reality and help you explore fullness, help you explore abundance. Cast away negativity. Wow. Yes, exactly what we're talking about. This like is all about changing our perspective, changing from a lack mindset or scarcity mindset into abundant mindset. The way to get away from negativity in our life, negative thoughts, negative situations, is to fall into gratitude. When we're in a grateful, abundant state, we're more likely to take action, to move forward, go after new opportunity, to see the opportunities around us. And that is what will bring you the abundance you seek, the freedom you seek. Spirit is trying to bless you with so much abundance and freedom. Financial freedom, time freedom, freedom to be with loved ones. Beautiful. Relationships. Wow, yeah, there's kind of implied here in this card she's waiting for someone to come home to have a meal together. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. There could be certain relationships in our life that Spirit's calling us to step away from because maybe they're causing more negativity and more pain in our life. I know we can't fully leave every situation, especially if it's like family or something like that. But you could. But like everyone's situation is different. But choosing relationships that light you up, that feel good. And maybe you're someone who wants relationships. Maybe you feel like you've been lonely or have had a lack of that. Maybe that's where this lack is coming from. By putting ourselves out there, stepping into the unknown, and being grateful. Like we might be like, right now, let's say we want love, and we're like, oh, there's no good guys or girls or people out there. They all cheat, they all do that. That's a low vibration, and that's just not going to bring us the person we want. It's time to cast away the negative thoughts, be grateful, and know that there are abundant of great people out there. We just have to see things differently. When we change our perspective, then we'll change, what we draw forth. I'm trying to think right now. There's a Dwayne, what's his name? I always mix up his name. I always want to say Wayne Dyer. I always like combine his first and last name. There's a quote by him: when you change the way you see things, the things you see change. So it's like when you change your perspective and like see things in a more abundant light and know that there are unlimited possibilities and abundance and people, whatever, then you're going to start to see those aligned things. Then it's going to be presented to you. Again, when you change the way you see things, the things you see change. Ooh. Surrender. Okay, and we're being called to release control. You might want a very, very specific outcome. And Spirit's trying to bless us with something even greater and more aligned. I think that's why we're also stepping into the unknown, stepping into new, because that's where the blessings are. That's where the paths are opening up, the relationships are forming. We need to surrender. Also surrender our desires to the universe. Be like, to God, to whatever you believe in, your higher self. And state your desires and be like, I offer this to you, Spirit. I surrender this to you. And I'm open to the blessings you want me to receive. And then look out for that. But surrender. This is a practice to look into. Third house, communication. This is a reminder to watch how we speak. Coming full circle, this is all about changing our perspective and mindset. How are you speaking to yourself? What are you speaking into existence? Our words are spells, right? In 41, that could have to do with the Ace of Cups. Again, are we saying, oh, dating's hard, dating sucks, or like, I hate my job? Even if we hate our job, like, what can you be grateful for? I'm so grateful I'm employed or I have some money coming in. Like, you can be grateful for what you have now, even though you're seeking something different. We're being really called to pay attention to what we're saying, what we're thinking, how we're communicating. Our words are powerful. And when we put forth that energy and that effort into our goals, into working on our mindset and our communication, our thoughts, all of that, and we put forth action. We put forth action into the unknown, into positive changes, into improvement. That is when we will receive from the universe. We have to take action in order to receive. We have to also work on being open to receiving. But the universe is gifting you. This is a gift is coming from the universe. Your desires are coming. Spirit's just telling us some advice today so we can be more open to receive this. Because it might be different than what you're imagining. So we have to release control, be open to receiving, be open to taking different actions, having different thoughts. That's when it will all happen. The universe has your back. You are a team. They're listening to your desires, but we also have to take actions. We also have to be a participant here. All right, group number 1, that concludes your reading. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got value from it. If you did, please subscribe if you haven't already, and like this video. That helps me out and lets me know you did get value from it, so thank you in advance. You can hype the video if that's an option. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what group you're coming from. And like I mentioned in the intro, if you're interested in a private reading or in memberships, those links will be in the description and a pinned comment. Thank you all again so much for being here. I truly am so grateful for each and every one of you. I love you so much. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, group number 1. I love you. Welcome, group number 2, to your reading. So you were drawn to this pile of cards. Tiger's Eye, number 3. We're going to set those aside. Before we get started, I just want to take a moment and say thank you. Thank you all so much for being here. You're all so welcome and so loved in this space. Thank you for sharing your precious time and energy with me today. And thank you to your guides, to my guides, for assisting with the reading. Thank you, Spirit, for your clear and accurate messages. What does group number 2 need to hear most at this time? Number 43, Earth Mother, surrender. Surrender. I feel like 43 was in your timestamp, but even if it wasn't, this message is for you. But surrendering is all about letting go of control, letting go of wanting a very specific outcome, and surrendering our desires to the universe, to Gaia, to our higher self, to whatever it is you believe in. Surrendering, letting the universe know what we want, and then following our intuition and see where it guides us, where it leads us, instead of just really controlling it. Like, I want that specific person, that exact job. Like, maybe there's something better, something greater that the universe is bringing you to. Okay, let's get more cards. Wow, chance. This is the Wheel of Fortune. There's about to be a big change in your life. The Wheel of Fortune brings change. And in the upright position, this is positive change. You're about to enter a new season of life full of abundance. I was saying that, I was like, that earth energy is coming through strong. It seems like, maybe this is something you're wanting, tangible, money, a job, maybe a relationship. Like Jupiter energy coming through. So let's see, what is this? I feel like the universe is trying to bless you with some new opportunity, some change here. They want you to be open to things. Yeah, they don't want us to oppose ourselves, oppose our own dreams. It's like there might have been something that's been mismatched between your actions and desires. And we're being called to be our own cheerleader, to be our own supporter. That's coming through for some people. Maybe we've been a little harsh on ourselves, like, I should have this by now, I should be here by now. Kind of beating ourselves up. Like, once we truly accept ourselves, fall into self-love, trust the universe, follow our intuition instead of fight it, that's when all the positive change comes. Unraveling. Yeah, right now you might not be able to see the big picture. You might not know how you're going to get your desires or how things are going to work out. But slowly but surely, each of these petals are opening up here. It's kind of like you are unraveling, you're blossoming, and you're being called to take it one petal at a time, one step at a time. But you're about to really blossom and bloom. Some of you might be comparing yourself to others lately, but Spirit's calling us not to do that. You are on your own timeline. And now it's your time to blossom. You're about to enter your personal springtime where opportunities open up, where possibilities happen, where you start to see the abundance, the relationships, all that you're working towards. You're about to see them like this is unravel, bloom, and start to manifest. So it's very important not to compare timelines with other people. It's okay to be a late bloomer. It's okay for things to happen in your own way. Slow down. Number 33. The 3 energy is pretty strong around you. Drawn to a 3. 333, 33. And I think at 33, I often link that to the master teachers, to the divine masters here. And I think you're being called not only to surrender, but to slow down. So your eyes are closed, like to really get in touch with your intuition, with the divine masters, with your guides. We need to slow down. Maybe we've been go, 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 overworking ourselves, overdoing, and you're being called to just be, to sit with ourselves, go within. That's when you're going to get all the guidance and the messages from Spirit. You definitely have some divine masters on your spirit team right now. So divine teachers, these could be in your field. Maybe they're experts in what you're studying or what you want to create here. We can get a divine masters card. How about we do that for you? We're going to get a special card just for group number 2. Hold on, let me grab that deck. I have to move something. Oh, I almost dropped all the about that. I had to move my cat's tree that's right next to my desk. I moved it by my desk so she could sit with me when I'm doing readings. But okay, let's get you a Divine Masters card to see who is in your energy, what they're teaching you. I feel like there's something here. Divine Master is currently in group number 2's energy. What teaching them? What wants to come through here? Ooh, Valerian, Divine Emergent. Be seen. Let the world know your gifts. Ooh, this is a big one. It's time to be seen. And I'm filming this around the Leo full moon. You could be watching this at any time, but this is a big message I was getting last night when I was doing readings for myself. And again, we're all connected, but it's time to be seen. Where are you dimming your light? Where have you been dimming your light? It's time for you to emerge, to be seen, not to hide away. Let the world know your gifts. And Hilarion here is helping you acknowledge your gifts, helping you build the courage, the strength to overcome the fear of being seen. Maybe something happened when you were younger, people made fun of you or something, or it could have been past lifetimes. A lot of us, or I would say pretty much all of us, have lived past lives where we were persecuted because of our spiritual gifts or just for being who we are. Maybe that is a reason why we're dimming our light now. But you are meant to be seen. You are meant to shine bright. That is a big thing. Oh, very interesting. But yeah, this full moon in Leo asks us, where are we dimming our light? So that's a question to journal about, to think about here. We're inside this flower, our true beauty, our true authentic nature. We've been kind of closed up here. It's time to unravel who we really are. And not fight it. So Hilarion, I think, is this an art? Who is Hilarion? Sorry, group number 2. I'm not sorry, but see, that's some programming I need to get over. I think a lot of us especially women who say sorry all the time. I'm also from the Midwest. But let's look, who is Hilarion? Hilarion, also known as Hilarion the Great or Saint Hilarion, was a master healer in the temples of Atlantis, and also had incarnations in ancient Egypt. In his last incarnation, he was born to pagan parents in Syria in the 4th century AD. He studied in Alexandria, Egypt, where he converted to Christianity, and it is said that from that moment, he dedicated his life to spiritual pursuits. At the tender age of 15, after hearing about the miracles of St. Anthony, he went off to his desert hermitage for 2 months. He craved personal space, but the hermitage was busy, so he decided to go back home. But after his parents had passed, he gave up all his worldly possessions and retreated to a cave in the wilderness. Valerian spent the majority of his life away from humanity because he was a highly sensitive being who picked up the energies of those he came close to. It is said that those who came to his cave experienced miracles, including barren women becoming pregnant and people overcoming mental and other health challenges. Now Hilarion's soul helps lightworkers embrace their gifts and emerge from the cave of sensitivity. Oh, gosh, I can relate to this so much. Maybe you can too. Maybe you do keep to yourself. You don't fully get seen because maybe you're sensitive to other people's energy that kind of beat you up. You were being called to slow down, go within, and before we go out in the world, maybe we can do a little protection bubble meditation or really work on our sensitivity and absorbing other people's energy that's coming through for some people. But I also feel like there's something here, yeah, embracing your gifts, but also coming back to that message like late bloomers. I feel like maybe there's some people here who want to get married and have children in some way or overcome health issues, and maybe you're really worried about that. I feel like it's never too late, and in some way, that could definitely be happening for you, and that spirit confirming that message for you. But let's see what his message is. It's time to come out of hiding and be seen. Energetically, you have taken some time to retreat and recharge, which has been highly beneficial for your mental and emotional well being, but now it's time to emerge. Don't get too comfy or fall into old ways of being because the old you wants to hide or old fears of persecution or judgment make you feel that you need to. You weren't born to suffer in this lifetime. You were born to surmount challenges and embrace and share your gifts. If you've been holding back or hiding a part of yourself in order to fit in or conform, you are being encouraged to break the pattern and be seen in all of your glory. You are a powerful teacher and a healer with the ability to break outworn family cycles and help others radiate their brightest light. Your personal journey shows others what is possible for them, but to do this, it has to be shared. Let all your gifts be shared. Yes, it's time to come out of hiding, to be who we truly are, to share our gifts. And when we do that, that's when all the abundance and opportunity comes to us. So yeah, if this is really resonating, you can really work with Valerion's energy and look into him further. I think we might be just slightly off. Resilience. Ooh, you are so resilient and strong. You'll get through anything. You can get through any opposition. We see that you are overcoming the opposition, whether that's internal or external here. We have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Sometimes this card shows up when we're being called to invest in ourselves a bit more. Maybe invest in our healing, in our future, in learning and education. How can you invest in yourself more? Maybe this is expanding your gifts. Maybe you feel really called to something and that's you have that for a reason. And you have these desires. That's like surrendering, like follow your desires because they're leading you to positive change. And something that might be blocking us, we might be like, oh, I don't have the time or I don't have the resources. There's always a way to make things happen and find certain resources that are free or in our price range. There's always a way to make time as well. Gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. I love this. Gratitude is always the way, always something to come back to when we need to raise our vibration. And it's such a good, amazing daily practice. So no matter what's going on in life, there's always something to be grateful for. So what are you grateful for now? This will change your state. and you catch yourself, negative thinking or beating yourself up, just think about what you're grateful for. There's, again, maybe it's that cute cat by you. You have shelter, you have clean water, you have this phone or computer or TV, whatever you're watching on. There's always things, so you can come up with a list. And even if you don't like your current job or relationship status or financial status, just being grateful for money in general, even the job you hate, there's just doing this is really going to make you be open to receiving from the universe and moving forward here. I just realized you were drawn to Tiger's Eye, which really helps with courage and being seen. So that could be something you guys want to work with if you feel drawn to it. Financial discipline. Ooh, this could be, if those of you, this is about like wanting more wealth and abundance here. Sometimes we need to actually address where we're at financially. Maybe we've been afraid to look at our bank account. Maybe that's what this Page of Pentacles in reverse is. Maybe we've been afraid to even budget or think about that, or to look into how we can bring in more abundance, like maybe selling certain things we have, making our own coffee. I think just addressing things and seeing them as they are instead of hiding away or escaping from it. Coming through for some people here, but I really do think the world's trying to um, bless you with abundance in this new season of life. But we need to allow ourselves to be seen so we're able to receive, and also, you know, be seen for new opportunities here. Mercury messages, okay? So Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. Oh, hey, my cat just came up and give her a little pet in the head. Okay, the universe has been sending you messages, your spirit team. They want you to know that they're with you always. And again, the only way to get these messages is to slow down and go within. And you can also, going on a walk without any distractions could be a way, meditating. But there's definitely messages coming through that's guiding you to this positive change in your life. When I think of Mercury, I think of the number 3 as well. And just 6 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, there could be something here with like perceived past failures are stopping us from putting ourselves out there. And also, just look, she's on stage here. And it's like, when this is in reverse, it's like not being seen. There's a big message here about group number 2 allowing themselves to be seen, putting themselves out there. And I know that's a big fear, and we could be really, stressing ourselves out, beating ourselves up about that. But it doesn't mean you have to be on stages. Maybe for some of you, yes. But letting your gifts be known, putting yourself out there, applying for the job, starting the social media, building the website. What is it you need to do to be seen more? Where are you dimming your light? Is it because of a past perceived failure or something someone said? That's definitely some shadow work or some inner child work, some healing to look into. And you can work with Hilarion to heal that. Ocean's honeypot. You guys got 2 from this deck. Sacred pleasure, sensuality, self-love. Yeah, the answer is always love, like, right? Self-love, working on loving yourself, having more fun, more pleasure in your life, connecting with your body more. Maybe we've been in our head a lot. Spirit's calling you to connect more with your body. And then we have Oshun of mercy, compassion, forgiveness, empathy. Yes, there's definitely something from the past we've been holding on to that's dimming our light, and we're being called to forgive ourselves, forgive others, to release that. And I know forgiveness is sometimes a sore topic for some people, but when we look back, like, people honestly, maybe our parents or whoever, whatever this is about, we're doing the best with what they knew, at the time. It doesn't mean we need to like call them up and talk to them or have them in our life again. But we can just acknowledge that and release that, release the ties to that, have compassion for ourselves, where we've been, where we are now, instead of beating ourselves up. That's definitely something that's coming through. Showing ourselves self-love and compassion. Like, how do we treat other people? We wouldn't be putting them down, we'd be their big cheerleader. I know you're very empathic and loving, And it's time to treat ourselves that way. Risk it all. Root of fire. Yes, it's time to put yourself out there. Take risks. Follow your passions, follow your intuition. That is where all the magic happens, in the unknown. And trying new things and doing new things. That's when it all happens for you. You're being called to take risks, put yourself out there. And the more you do it, the easier it will become. The Page of Pentacles again in reverse. And I think this is Spirit calling you to invest more time, more energy into your goals, into what you want, putting more resources towards this. Learning new things, working on your gifts. We have Witch of the Woods, retreat. Oh my God, my cat really wanting attention. Retreat, it's time to go within. Take some time. Get out. Look, it looks like maybe there's a journal or a notepad or a drawing pad there. Spend some time with ourselves, with our thoughts, with our spirit team, with our intuition. Go within. You're going to find so many answers that way. And I think also this investing in ourselves is making time for ourselves. We're giving all our time and energy to other people's dreams, other people's things. Now it's time to do that for ourselves. Spend time journaling about maybe like where, again, the question, where am I dimming my light? How can I be seen? Where can I invest more into my gifts, into my dreams? What steps can I take to move forward with my dreams? Like, how can I connect more with my body? Where can I practice more self-love? And this little retreat is just like having a little weekend or a night or even an hour, like where you just do some self-care, some journaling. I think you're going to get a lot of powerful insight there on what steps to take, what actions to take. Yes. All right, that was our last card. That concludes your reading, group number 2. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got value from the reading. If you did, please subscribe if you haven't already, and like this video. That helps me out and lets me know you did get value from it, so thank you in advance. You can hype the video if that's an option. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what group you're coming from. And like I mentioned in the intro, if you're interested in a private reading or memberships, those links are in a pinned comment and in the description. Thank you all again so much for being here. I truly am so grateful for each and every one of you. I love you so, so, so much. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, group number 2. I love you. Welcome, group number 3, to your reading. You're drawn to this pile of cards, lemon topaz, and number 9. We'll set those over here. Before we get started, I just want to take a moment and say thank you. Thank you all so much for being here. You're all so welcome and so loved in this space. Thank you for sharing your precious time and energy with me today. Thank you to your spirit guides, to my spirit guides for assisting with the reading. And thank you, Spirit, for your clear and accurate messages. What does group number 3 need to hear? Write it down. And it has intention here. Okay. Oh, I don't know if you hear that. My cat's crying. Come here, Emmy. But anyways, you are being called to write down your intentions, write down your goals. Maybe scripting could be a really powerful way for you to manifest at this time. This won't be for everyone, but some of you, maybe you've been feeling called to write a book or write a blog or a Substack or anything like that. This is definitely confirmation. Okay, I'm gonna open the cabinet for my cat. She's just like crying at it. Oh, you want to go in the cabinet? Okay, go. Here we go. Open 2 cabinets. So sorry. I'll try and take that like 20 seconds out if I remember. Okay. Let's see what this is about. Let's get more cards out here. Eternal charisma. Oh my God, and charisma is like our words, right? You were meant to write. Maybe even speaking out. Like words are very powerful. Words are spells, right? Our words, like, and our thoughts create our reality. Honestly, that's what I believe in. That's what Spirit's coming through to say. Watch your words, watch your writing, watch what you say, what you think. Your words are creating your reality, and this could be a really helpful tool for you for manifestation at this time. Again, some of you are meant to share your words. Maybe this is also not, maybe it's not even just writing a book. Maybe you want to start social media or share your wisdom in some way. We have the Three of Swords here. Look, she looks like she's writing something here, but putting it up. Maybe we. So the Three of Swords, this is a painful card here, but I feel like there's also a message here with sharing our words. She got a letter or something there. Hmm. It could be a really powerful way for us to heal too, to journal, to let all our thoughts out of our head onto paper. My cat's going crazy. I don't think the mic picks stuff up like that. Um, change. Okay, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Ooh, and look, it looks like there's keys here in a moving truck. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of messages. Some of you, well, you're wanting change in your life. Maybe some of you are wanting to move or wanting to travel. But Spirit's giving you the tools here on how to make positive changes in your life. And also, yeah, nothing changes without movement, without different thoughts, without different actions. Maybe we've been focused on the pain. It's okay to take time for grieving, but maybe we're thinking about what hasn't worked out or where like, oh, we're not there yet. We could just kind of be in this negative loop here, but Spirit's calling us not only to change our actions, but change our thoughts here. Lemon topaz, this is a beautiful stone to bring forth positivity. So that makes sense you were drawn to it. Let's get more cards here. That personal growth. Love it. You guys have come a long way, Spirit saying. You have come a very long way. You've done so much inner growth. I feel like you have been in the healing area for a while. You've been working on mindfulness, working on healing, like past trauma or childhood stuff, whatever it is. But you were drawn to a 9 too. 9 is an ending number. And I think you are ready for change. You're ready for the next level. You're ready to grow. And Spirit's like, let me know. Let me know what you want. Group number 3. So first of all, you can get very crystal clear on what you want. And also the universe can also know. So you could work together to take the movement, make the changes in order for this to happen. Oh, you guys got 2 from this deck. 8th house, mystery. It seems like every reading kind of has this message I'm about to say, it's time to step into the unknown. It's time, which is change. Time to move forward. We're ready. We're ready for more. We're ready for the next phase. But sometimes something that could hold us back is fear of the unknown, or just when we're just really comfortable where we're at, even though we don't really want it anymore. It's just easier to stay the same. But now you're ready for the next step. You're ready to step into the unknown. And also, I feel like what this card was coming through is it might be a mystery. Like the universe might be like, it's kind of confusing what you want, group number 3. Maybe you're wanting certain things, but your actions aren't matching it, or we haven't gotten very clear. Spirit's wanting us to get very clear in our intentions, what we want to manifest, what we want to experience, how we want to feel, what our identity is. Very clear on that. Huh. And also, I feel like 8th house too is like maybe we've been deep in the shadow work, deep in the healing work. This is confirmed as well. Scorpio energy. We are ready to transmute that into change and move forward. 4th house, home. Yeah, look at it. It's coming under this card where it shows like moving. Some of you this is confirmation that you're meant to move or change your location or just change your home. Maybe there was an argument or something stressful that happened in the home. You're being called to clear that energy, clean, declutter, move things around, open up the windows, let sunlight in. But some of you, this is confirmation that, if you've been wanting to move, now is the time. The 8th house can be like other people's money and resources. Maybe we've been living with someone else and we're ready to grow, we're ready to expand and be on our own. That won't be for everyone. But also the fourth house is like our roots. Maybe we've been doing a lot of family healing. That message just keeps coming through. We're ready to implement all the healing work we've done and truly live and get out in the world and go after our dreams, like be in the physical realm. We're like up in the cloud, like in our spiritual like realms here in our upper chakras. I think we're being called to come back down. Maybe the Queen of Wands in reverse. There could be a big thing here with being afraid to fully shine our light, or maybe we were like, oh, I'm not ready to be fully out there. But Spirit's saying you are ready for the next level. You're ready to shine bright. And confidence is a skill. It's not just something we're really born with, at least not most people. Like, it's something we have to work on. The more we do things, the more we get out there, like, we'll build that confidence over time. Ocean's third eye, intuition, insight, vision. Oh, your third eye is very open. But okay, so now I'm getting it's like I don't know, you're being really called to like step into your manifestation practice by visualizing, writing it down, speaking it into existence, but also taking the aligned action. So visualization is a big one here. And again, this is like human brains are programmed, right? To like visualize worst case scenarios or like, I don't know about you, but I've definitely sat there and just thought, imagine some situation of everything going wrong. I'm like, what? Well, instead, why don't we like use that mental energy and visualize like everything working out for us? I have to catch myself doing that. I don't know. I won't even be in a bad mood. It's just like my brain does that. It's like just imagining bad conversations with someone or something. It's like, what? Why? It's just, I don't know. I think we're just programmed for to anticipate worst case scenario so we can like survive, but we are way past that like as humans now. So we don't have to do that. Like I think Spirit's calling us to change our mindset and our perspective. Hopefully that's making sense and resonating. Let's see what else wants to come through here. Altar of air, clarity. Yeah, coming back to the Spirit wants you to get clear. Spend some time with yourself. Write it down, right? Like in every area of your life, what do you want? What do you truly want? Look at all these butterflies. Getting crystal like clarity is how you will manifest what you want. That will be how you will get the change in your life that you want. How do you want to feel? Like what is the identity you want to claim here? Like what specifics about the job, very specifics about the relationship. How much money do you want to make per month, per year? What job responsibilities do you want? What are your friendships like? What is your health like? What is your day to day like? Getting very specific, that is something really useful here for you. And then you'll be able to identify maybe what needs to change, what you need to let go of, what actions you can take. And also it'll let the universe know what you want so they can help provide that. But we need to be open to the outcome or the how and listen to our intuition and follow it, even though it might be scary to step into the unknown. That's where all the growth, that's where all the change happens. Nine of Stones in reverse. Yeah, I think one thing Spirit's really trying to bring us is freedom, and wants us to realize we aren't trapped in situations. We can have change, and financial freedom is possible as well. Have you been all work and no play? Sometimes that Nine of Stones in reverse could mean that too. And that could also be all that inner work, all just all that going within. Now we're being called to go out in the world, experience things, allow new opportunities, new people, new experiences to come in. How can you have more fun with what you're doing? Even if you don't love your job now, or you don't love being single, or whatever it is, how can you just make these daily tasks more fun and even practice like gratitude towards what you have now, even if it's not exactly what you want? Just getting into that higher vibrational state is another big thing here for manifestation. Yeah, crossing the veil, mourning. Um, Three of Swords here in morning. Yeah, we've been really stuck on what we've lost or what we don't have. And I feel like Spirit's calling you to like take some time just to go through that and let it all out. Maybe you've been harboring it. But there's also a message coming through from this card is to mourn our old self, our old identity, so we can let they go. Like, so then we can step into our new identity. Who do you want to be? And like, and thank our old self. Like, thank you, you got me here. But now it's time to let you go so I can step into my power, step whatever it is you want to step into. You can do a little release ritual with that. Or maybe even a release ritual of old relationships that didn't work out, jobs, acknowledging, the past and being grateful for it and letting it go. And that's a big thing coming through here. Well, I feel like there's so many like rituals or like things that are coming up for group number 3 specifically. But I think you guys are just like on the precipice of a huge change, of huge growth. So take what resonates here and apply it, and I think you're going to see a lot of growth and acceleration in your life. Like Eight of Wands energy is going to take off. Summer solstice, the deer, nourish. 32 has come up twice, but 32, that's a 5 in numerology, and 5 is the number of change and transformation. How can you nourish yourself, nourish your dreams? When I'm thinking of the summer solstice, I think of summer as like, well, I was just did like a Tony Robbins thing, and they're talking about the seasons, and the summer's like the hard work kind of. And I feel like you've been doing the hard work, you've been doing the inner work, and now it's time for you to like receive the harvest. And Spirit's giving you these tips today so you can receive the harvest. You've been nourishing your dreams, you've been nourishing your desires, you've been doing the inner work, the family stuff, the inner child stuff, all of it. But now it's time for you to reap the harvest of your efforts, but that takes a little bit of change and shifts here. Fool card in reverse. Yeah, you have so much potential, but the fear of change or taking that leap of faith or going into a new experience could be blocking us. And Spirit's calling you that it's time to take that leap of faith. It's time to step into the unknown. Take risks. Free yourself of old identities, old things. Like, you're ready. You're ready for change. You're ready for the next stage here. But there's certain things, the fear of the unknown is a big one coming up that Spirit wants us to address. In the unknown is where all the change happens, all the growth. And again, the more we do it, the more we'll build confidence with it, the more we'll get comfortable with doing new things. Karmic masculine in reverse here. I think we've been in the feminine, we've been healing, we've been going within, but now it's time to get into our masculine and to do things, to take actions, to plan, to move forward. Some of you may be wanting to call in a masculine. That could be some confirmation that we have to put ourselves out there and do different things and that we're ready, we've healed, and we can find, someone on our level, especially when we believe it's possible. And then feel into emotions is our last card here. Yes. Feel it. Really, and then the only way to really fully release emotions is to let them flow through us, to feel them, to release them. There could be, see the butterflies here, transmute our energies here. Feel the past, mourn the past, feel the pain, and then we can release it fully once we actually feel it and stop suppressing it, and then we can move forward here. Okay, like I said, like for group number 3, it's like a lot of your reading was different things to do to help you get to this next level. So I hope you found things that resonated, and again, you can apply them, and I think you're going to make a lot of forward momentum here, a lot of positive growth. You are on the precipice of huge change, positive change here. All right, group number 3, that concludes your reading. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got value from the reading. If you did, please subscribe if you haven't already and like this video. That helps me out and lets me know you did get value from it, so thank you in advance. You can hype the video if that's an option. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what group you're coming from. And like I mentioned in the intro, if you're interested in a private reading or joining memberships, those links are in the description and a pinned comment. Thank you all again so much for being here. I truly am so grateful for each and every one of you. I love you so, so, so much. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, group number 3. I love you.